Welcome everyone to another episode of Starmade Here. In today's episode, I finally want to get to a few things that I announced in previous episodes, which is gonna be working on the planet a little bit more, adding more buildings. You guys have brought me a bunch of suggestions. Today's topic is gonna be a fire station, which was one of the suggestions, and what we are gonna do with it is add a fire alarm, which is going to be rather obtrusive, I say, for now. But other than that, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Okay, so I did have a few looks on Google Pictures how fire stations look like, and they differ sometimes a little bit from the stations that I'm used to. You know, we are a small country here in Switzerland. We have small fire stations. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I'm probably gonna go for more of a design that I am used to here in Switzerland. So, another thing that I wondered is, where is my mothership? It's not currently docked. Where the heck? Oh, there's something. No, that's not it. Oh! There we go. It's over there. Jeez. Oh man, I was a little bit afraid there, I have to be honest with you. But anyways, right here we have our water tower. That means somewhere nearby we probably want the fire station to be. So I guess right here might actually be a nice spot. I got myself some black and grey hull, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the grey is there. We also got some glass, yellow, red and blue blocks. So let's see what we can come up with. Guys, so here we are with a almost completed fire station, at least from the outside. Maybe we have to add a sign or something that says fire station or just fire. That might be enough. We have two closed gates and one that is open. The interior isn't done yet. I will have to figure out how to do the lighting, as well as putting some wedges on the top here to smooth out the edges and make everything look more beautiful. We're also gonna need some pathways, and maybe we're also gonna construct some sort of a fire vehicle, well, depending on what we really want to do with it. But those buildings on the ground here are mainly for aesthetic purposes, so there's just gonna be minor functionalities. For this building I have one functionality in mind that I actually wanted to do the last time, which is some kind of a fireworks, but we're gonna connect that with the alarm button. So instead of an alarm that makes a sound, we're gonna have an alarm that puts out some kind of a firework, which of course is kind of counterproductive if you are a fire station. But I haven't thought about it until just right now, so we're still gonna stick with the plan. Okay guys, this is how it's gonna go down. Once we activate the alarm switch, then in a regular interval missiles will shoot out. They are gonna be differently colored. In order to achieve that, we are gonna need a clock. I've chosen myself these 6 colors right here. This one is gonna be the activation switch for the time being. So that means we have 6 colors, and that also means I want my clock to have 6 different signals. I don't want the missiles to shoot out all at once. I first want the first color to go off, then the second, third, and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, once we activate the activation module down below, we want the first delay signal to go off, then the second one, third, and so on and so forth until we have 6 signals. Now again, this might be too short. We might actually adjust that to have 2 delays per signal instead. Well, I tried a few things out, and this is probably the most convenient that I have come up with. This one right here represents the same activation block as down below right here. I just wanted it to have upstairs as well so that I can test out the system a little bit. What you can see here are the 6 delays that I've been talking about, and I doubled the delays, so it's 1 second apart from each other. This one here is the pulsator block. It's an activation module, but it should only pulse for a short amount of time so that it activates this one and the signal can travel through the whole system. Now this block right here is very important. It's an AND signal, meaning that once I have switched on the whole contraption, the first signal is true. The second AND signal will be coming from the traveling of the pulse itself. So as long as we have the activation switched on and another pulse is coming in, it will travel again. So the only thing we need to make sure for this clock to work correctly is that we get a short pulse without us activating and deactivating manually. I just want to activate it, and then it will be going into this module right here to activate it, but it will also be going into a delay which will deactivate this block half a second after it's been activated. So if I may just show it to you by activating this module, and you can see only a short pulse and the signal is traveling through. And as long as we have both the activation switch and the signal that is running through, it will just rinse and repeat the whole system. But as soon as I deactivate this module, it will just finish the current circle and then it will stop right here. That's the basic intention. Now we only have to hook up one of the weapons computers to each of the first delay in the circle. Since I want my fireworks to be a little bit more impressive than just 1 rocket per color, we are going to install 10 rockets per color, which is hopefully going to work out. Now this roof will raise a little bit and all the logic behind it is going to be hidden, so don't worry about that. Right on this roof we're going to have all the missiles. Okay, so I think I'm going to install the weapons computers right here. Let's see how many we can fit. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I do that? Yeah, we just make the roof a little bit differently on the other side. That's no problem. So that's 10 per color. We're gonna have 3 rows of weapons computers right here and 3 rows on the other side. Okay, that's already looking nicely actually. Maybe we don't even have to build a roof on top of it, except maybe this one. That doesn't look very nice, but this looks almost like some kind of solar array or of some sorts. But nevertheless, we now have to make it possible to somehow install 60 different missile arrays, which is gonna be a lot of fun. So let's do that. All we have to do, select one of the computers and install the first array. Now let's see. I want it to look upwards, of course. I want the missiles to go up first. And we're gonna have, let's say, about 5. I don't know, what do you think? Maybe about 3 will do. We shall see. So let's actually already hook up this first delay block to the one that I just activated. Right there. Oh, something did shoot, right? Something is going on. Oh, okay, I see how this is going. The missile is going into this direction really fast. Okay, so I think what I've done wrong is simply placing this weapons computer into the wrong direction. We have to make sure that the arrow is pointing up, just like that. And now if we do the same thing, it might be shooting upwards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, now it shot upwards. But that missile is really fast. Maybe one will do. Maybe just one of those guys will do. I don't want it to be as fast. Right, so I figured out that you can actually place these things next to each other, and as long as you don't have them connected, you can make individual arrays. So for instance, here we have the arrays for the white rockets. That means you only really need one of the weapons computers in order to shoot off as many missiles as you want, as long as you don't have them next to each other. So this is the first array, then we got the second one, the third one. These are all going to be white missiles. So that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a programmed stage with some variety to it. So now we could theoretically hook up this one right here. And then we're just going to hook up each of these guys to a different clock. And of course we'll have to do the same thing with all of the other colors, and hopefully we're gonna have enough space and we can come up with some nice creative patterns. 5 and number 6. So let's actually have a look at it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty much what I wanted. It's just too bad that these missiles are really fast, but I think these are the best ones in order to do that. It's some kind of a help beacon beam, which is great. And it's gonna look awesome once we have all the different colors attached to it. So let's actually stop this clock and we're gonna work with all the other colors. So let me just finish that, and in case you don't know how to link up colors, I believe what you have to do is select one of those guys, and this one would be the blue one. Right, so we connect it up with blue, and now this one will shoot blue missiles. Well, guys, I think we almost got it now. That is actually looking pretty darn awesome. We do seem to have some power issues as well on the planet, which is very likely because, as far as I know, I don't have much power modules. But nevertheless, our kind of alarm beacon seems to be working out nicely. It might very well be that I hit the mothership while it's docked right there. So this is gonna be my fire alarm. I figured out something that I didn't know before. Apparently you can only link one color block to one computer. That is one thing that I had to change. I couldn't hook them up all to just one lamp. I had to do it like so. So we are also gonna just pretend that we hooked up the first row and place them on here. The 6th color, by the way, was the ice crystals. I forgot to install it at the bottom here. There were only 5 colors, and you probably must have thought, this stupid guy cannot even count. But nevertheless, I think we have achieved today's goal that I set myself, building a fire station. I'm probably gonna do some off-camera work, such as making pathways towards the different directions. This one here should be, you know, the pathway is gonna lead through those 2 buildings. But yeah, I think so far so good. Maybe if you have better suggestions on what kind of weapons computers would give a better fireworks, then let me definitely know. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to support the YouTubers you like, leave your suggestions down below, have a great time, and hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye bye.